Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Quant update. Throughout the whole of last week, it was really difficult to come up with any analysis because the market was really fluid. At the same time, things which were independent of the Quant price were much more in play, right? So in that case, really, in that situation, you really don't have too much to do. You really want to be honest with yourself, and from an emotional standpoint, really, I decided to not to take a step back and wait for the market to digest everything and then make proper analysis, right? So today we are here, and I have got some good news. At the same time, I also have got some bad news right here with the Quant price set. We will look at what was broken structurally on the price set, and we'll also try to see what the future hold for the Quant price set, right? But before I get into all that stuff, I just want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video by tapping the like button, because it really helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for this kind of information will not be able to find it much more easily. At the same time, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're interested in Quant, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel, because we have been killing it obviously until the recent time, right? But it is what it is right here. It is time to rebuild, right? If there is need to rebuild for your case, right? But none of what I say is financial advice. Obviously, I encourage you to do your own research. And yeah, with that being said, let's actually get into the real stuff. So this is our price set here on a daily time frame, and we were following somewhat Elliott wave counts. Really, that structure, the bad news is that structure is all gone, because with Elliott wave counts, really, you don't want to see your corrective wave 4 right here getting into the territory of wave 1 right here. If you remember, my worst case scenario was holding $130. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that because the selling pressure was too much in the market. So that scenario is all gone. But the good thing is we are sitting at support right now. We got a bounce, a massive bounce. Actually, if you look at it right here, it's more than what, 20 something percent. That's really good. From the main support level that we had at $88 there, we really didn't get down to $88, but we got into that range right here, which was really okay for the price set. But the problem now we have with the chart is we are now in a range, right? We are now stuck in a range. If you look at it closely, you can see that we have got resistance right here starting. So we have got support starting at $98. At the same time, we have got resistance right at $150. This is a very huge range, but this has been the case with cryptocurrencies time and again, and it's in these ranges that people actually get I don't want to use this word, but they actually get wrecked, right? So we are sitting right in the middle of a range right here, and it's really difficult to come up with a decision right here. Are you going to buy in the midst of a range? This actually is dumb. It is called like the dumb money zone, but I really wouldn't prefer that. But it is exactly what happens right here in these ranges. It's really difficult to navigate the price set, in my own opinion, right here. I'm not taking any actions because I just mentioned that this is in a range right here. We are sitting right in the middle of a range right here. You really don't know what is going to happen with the price set right here. So the levels that we need to look forward to, we have got resistance right here at $150. The moment you break above $150, maybe you bring back some bullish momentum on the price set. But also at the same time, going back to support levels right here, I'll probably be considering to buy more, considering that we were actually very much supported right here with the strong wick to the downside right here, showing that buyers were residing right at these levels right here. So that's confidence from my standpoint, really. But taking action now, I don't think it's a good idea, in my own opinion, right? But there is an optimistic chart right here, more optimistic chart than this one right here, which I'll show you in a minute right here. But before we get there, let me show you what the DXY is doing right here. So this is the dollar currency index right here. It has been in this parabolic trajectory right here. So it has finally broken below that. Really good news, because historically, each and every single time that we have had a breakdown in the dollar currency index right here, we have had a bull market, really. So is this indicating that maybe a bull market is about to show up? I really don't know, but really optimistic to see this. But yeah, it's not like I hate the dollar or something like that, really, but this is what is good for the market. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the dollar is losing. It's what do you call it, it's purchasing power, right? Obviously it's losing because of inflation and all that stuff, but this is just a measure of the dollar currency versus a basket of other currencies, really, right? So nothing against the dollar there, but historically, if you had every single time we've had a breakdown in the dollar currency index, it is actually proven to be a really positive thing for the crypto space right here. Now, with that being said, let me actually show you here what the total 2 right here is doing. So this is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin right here. So there are some similarities that I've actually started to noticing right here. If you remember from this breakdown of the market right here, like just when the pandemic was announced back then in 2020 right here, it was really crazy, right? I mean, the world was almost ending because the pandemic was going to kill everyone and everyone was going to die, right? But obviously nothing like that happened right here. But the structure that is happening right here on the price, that is one that is really optimistic, because you can see that there are some similarities right here. Look at this area right here, right? And look at this area here. Obviously this is happening maybe on a much smaller scale, but the structure is basically the same. And you try to set a new high, right, compared to this level right here. This is the same thing that happened right here, right? That is happening actually, or maybe that happened. Now after that, you have got this, kind of signature move that we have right here. It's basically the same thing that is happening. Look at this. You have that signature move happening, and then finally you capitulate right here back into the support level, forming this double top right here, and then finally you recover, and then it's, off to the races. So hopefully we'll have something like this happening here with the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, really. So when I actually take a fracture of this area right here and I overlap it on top of this one right here, the current thing that we have right here, you can actually start building a very strong case here, because look at this. These things are really, I mean, it's following it as, I don't know, I mean, from a time frame perspective, it's looking like maybe we will chill out a little bit right here with the current prices right here just bouncing off, but grinding slowly to the upside right here in a V recovery, hopefully. So that's really looking optimistic. Now what does that have to do with the Quant prices? Obviously Quant is one of, the big caps in the total 2 right here. So I would really imagine a situation where we are having, positive price action for the crypto market cap, and Quant is maybe one of the leaders, because it's actually, let's not be disingenuous right here, this is a very strong project right here. But obviously in the immediate short term, as I mentioned right here, there is no action I'm taking. Yes, it's really good to see a bounce right here, right? The current holdings that I've just had is the one I'm keeping right here. I'm not taking any action to load or something like that. Maybe I should have actually loaded when we go to support levels like right here. But if we actually have a revisit of the bottom right here, maybe I'll consider, buying. But at the moment right here, this is what is called the dumb money zone right here. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but it is what it is right here. We'll wait and see. Obviously I could be wrong, but it is what it is, right? So with that being said, I would have to cut this one right here. Obviously none of what I say is financial advice. Please do your own research. But if you like the content, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and family, and then I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.